What's up, guys? This is going to be a longer form reading. Check out the Patreon, check out the navigations in the description box below. Just recently added the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo back to the description box below. So if you want to donate, help support the cause, if you want some bang for your buck, me love you long time. No, just joking. Check out the Patreon, where you can get early access to the monthly love and money readings. I got the February series that I'm working on now. I'm going to try to finish that up by the first of the month. So yeah, you guys get early access. Everyone else gets access, pushing it back to like mid-month probably, as opposed to the end of the month. So I'll be releasing February general love and money readings, or just the general February this month, from the Patreon vault around a little bit past the mid-month marker. So like I said, if you want early access, subscribe to the Patreon. You're not only getting that, but you're helping the cause, you're helping me continue to put out great, awesome, wonderful energy to help usher and navigate humanity and the culture into a positive light, into a positive direction, and all that good stuff. So if you guys need a leader, I'll be the fucking leader. But anyways, that's the Aries in me talking. But the Cancer moon in me just wants to, if you guys are looking for a guide or something intuitive, and I'm not saying that I have all the answers, but I'm going to try to kind of best serve as a vessel or a vehicle for the message, and all that stuff. So love you guys. This is just a check-in, a general check-in. I want to do more long-form readings. I'm trying to get the subscribers up. Subscribers are doing great. We're reaching that 1,000 mark. I'm not worried about that. I'm more so wanting to get a real positive push in the direction of hours watched and hours viewed. So if you know family, friends, people that would enjoy this content, that helps tremendously on your advisal, on your recommendation to them to tune into my channel, and or if you just like, share, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. It means the world to me. It helps the algorithm and all that stuff. So yeah, we're just gonna keep on, keeping on. Obviously, reach out for a one-on-one reading. Just recently did a reading for a YouTube viewer. Specifically, it went great. So thank you so much. Shout out to her. What else can I say? Just love and light to you guys, and just here to do what I'm supposed to be doing here. So love and light to you guys, and spirit of gratitude, joy, love and light, highest possible messages to anyone viewing this and all that good stuff. Let's see. You got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And excuse me if I get interrupted. I am currently logged on, I think. So you got the Page of Pentacles in reverse here. This is typically a lack of an offer, a lack of some communication, a lack of an invite, a lack of an evite, something of that nature. It could be from a earth sign in particular here, which is Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Let's see, what else can we say about the Page of Pentacles in the reverse? Interestingly enough, and this isn't a common type of way to read this energy, but Page is technically after the 10. So this is still within the fathom of, 10 of Pentacles is dynasty, legacy, cornerstone. It's almost as if there's some sort of birthright or inheritance. Okay, you've come so far, and for you to, just because there might be a little bit of a blank period, a blank point in time, does not mean that heaven has, left you hanging, so to speak. So that's something that should be noted here. Heaven has not left you hanging. You are still very much so in the fold, in the thick, in the mix of the plan. But typically, a wider range, a wider context of things, a wider association of actors and set and settings and things need to play out, is what I'm getting here with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. It's like an actor on a stage. It's like an actor in a scene. You're not going to want to, just walk, from stage right if it's not your scene, So in the midst of you kind of waiting out and maybe feeling the effects of not having some communication, or if work is slowed up, you can actually leverage this time for research, for looking into making a move, maybe even collaborating with others with the Three of Pentacles in the upright. This is actually going to give you a good time to sharpen up your craft, sharpen up your skills in regards to something that you deem worthy of spending a lot of time on with the Three of Pentacles in the upright. It could be music, it could be, knitting, whatever, Etsy, jewelry making, whatever you do, whatever you've been doing, whatever's been accompanying you on this life journey. It's worth to continue to water that field and integrate it more so in your day-to-day life, is what I'm getting here. With the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, offsetting the 3 in the upright, leaving with the 2 in the upright. That's day-to-day life. Okay, that's Capricorn energy. That's also the sign that Venus is currently in until the 5th, I want to say, of March. Moves direct the 29th, Venus does. So you'll get a definite boost of love and money there by the end of January. I know January has been super crazy when it comes to the stock market. When it's come to crypto, people are freaking out. My delivery gigs have been drying up. My, reaching out for a one-on-one reading has been drying up a little bit. Even, much more of a reason to, support your tarot reader, your YouTube tarot reader. We put out tons of free content, and, we can't do it without you guys, reaching out for readings, even if it's just like messenger readings or $5 questions or what have you. So appreciate anyone who's done that. Or, tips, on the cashapp, PayPal, and Venmo, and all that stuff. But back to you, and back to us, I guess, as a general creative collective unconscious, as I like to call it. The King of Cups in the upright is emotionally stable, mature, well-balanced. Libra, Scorpio energy could be seasonal as well. Looking to the Nine of Pentacles. This could be in your mind's eye. This could be what you're reaching for, your objective. And you just having, as I mentioned in the dailies on the Instagram and the TikTok, and you'll probably even see it on the YouTube. One of the daily sight messages, I think it was for Virgo, was just like a tightening up of your vision and your focus, and know that one thing that you want, if it's for me, it's financial freedom, independence, and abundance, and all that stuff. Who doesn't want that? But specifically, not wanting or not having to work a regular 9-to-5 desk job. I did that for 11 plus years, maybe even 12 years, and or maybe even longer now that I think about it. But from 18 to 31, I don't know, I'm not boo-hooing myself or crying or complaining, but it's just a personal mindset and objective for myself. And that's what this reminds me of, when whatever that version is for you, the king to me doesn't necessarily represent an external figure as much as it can someone who is focused emotionally, their spirit, their intuition, enough to want to take action towards this, with the Queen of Wands in this kind of very light force energy way, as opposed to a strong force here, non-gender specific. But the Queen of Wands is not the king, right? So she may have to do a little bit more of corroborating or social networking, just listing some character traits of the feminine energy as opposed to a hard force masculine energy. A little bit more of a politician here. Definitely in tune right here with that black cat, that cool ass black cat, just looking, looking directly at the, at the viewer. Actually, I never really noticed that, but it's so cool. But that cat is just dead eyeing, the cat sees directly, and it's cool because in the tarot you really don't get people that are just looking kind of dead at you, but that cat does, and that cat is. It's also kind of looking and seeing, I would think, at the work that you're kind of doing and managing to get to the Nine of Pentacles, right? So that Nine of Pentacles is, the higher self looking to the Eight of Pentacles. What did you do to get here? Did you fight, with dignity and stick to your ethic and your value? I think that's as much of a challenge as anything. But I really do see you on the path. And even though you might have some dry season, low tide, points, I feel as though this is when you get to look back in history and say, this is what made the man, or this is what made the woman, or this is what made the X, Y, Z. But in my not knowing, in my not having enough information, I chose to be cool, calm, collected, confident. No one could put a time limit on me. No one could put a time constraint on me, or be like, no, you worried that one time though, or you were in the depths of despair, and none of that matters because no one is nickel and diming you, but you possibly, or the lower you version of yourself. So best to now affirm in this unknown, in this dry spell or this low tide season, I was cool, calm, collected, confident, sure of myself. I continued to work. I continued to keep in my heart that which I wanted, which was that financial freedom and independence. It's different for everybody, but not wanting to have to resort or revert to the past, but wanting to move forward and wanting to continue on. Now, the Five of Swords in reverse talks about keeping bridges, reconciling as well. This is going at it emotionally solo, and this is eventually coming out of that period of, again, could be a dry spell or a stagnancy here. The Justice card is a weighing of merit and sin, and or head and heart, as I like to call it. Making sure that things are balanced is what's been emphasized here at least twice in this reading. I do see the path to the 10 though, with that 2 and the 8, and then obviously you got the 9 here. You got a lot of Pentacles, which is looking good here. Pentacles are always good, finances, resources. 4 of Pentacles in the reverse could be read as a letting go and or an investing into. Again, more of a sense of maybe having to stretch the dollar, maybe having to revert to credit cards a little bit here and there. I do see a kind of divine counterpart. We're speaking a little bit to that, bureaucratic, or what's a better way of putting it, diplomatic kind of approach of the Queen of Wands, and then there you go, you got the King of Wands sound coming out here. King of Wands is no sucker. He has his own kind of bag of tricks, and not to say that he has to strong arm anybody, but he's kind of like El Presidente, and really able to kind of pull the trigger on a lot of things. So, by taking action. So once you have the kind of bigger vision, once you have that strike to strike, once you have that trigger to pull, and that kind of target, that bullseye, then that King of Wands is going to sound off. But the kind of positioning and aiming and alignment is happening with that kind of weak force energy. I don't mean weak in a pejorative. I mean that in a kind of more subtle, balanced approach. Kind of lining things up, almost kind of strategizing as well, with your intuition, not just with your kind of hardcore facts, feeling which way the wind is blowing. What else am I curious about here? Curious about this Temperance in reverse. Some of the taglines are not being kind of centered, not having meaning, purpose, not having divine timing, but the truth is that that is really kind of just a conjecture of the ego. The truth is that you are always where God wants you, which is in the sun. This is tapping into your inner child, learning to kind of be more playful with the unknown as opposed to just having fear or concerns or adult-like interpretations of the unknown, which is usually catastrophizing, I should say, calamity, understanding, as opposed to, hey, maybe something nice will happen, something like that. Why not? Ace of Wands in the reverse does kind of confirm a period of not taking action. But again, it allows you kind of redoubling to strengthen all the little minuscule details that, much to your surprise, your mind's eye really doesn't know until you're in the thick of it. Like, there's so many little kind of details and factoids that require kind of hands-on experience. Like, I could tell you with just, reading tarot or playing guitar or, doing deliveries with an e-scooter. Life doesn't happen in these kind of broad generalizations that our mind thinks of. It doesn't happen in these kind of like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Things are drying up. Like, there's a lot more at play. There's a lot more behind the curtain. There's a lot more narrative, storyline, irons in the fire that you're not even aware of. That you have set forth in motion, or your higher self, and just all these other things that you've forgotten. So while you're in this position of if you are experiencing the position of okay, what's next for me with the Two of Wands in the upright, understand that your understanding of you actually being in a position of power, in a position of grace, is understanding and knowing that you have your pick of the litter. Actually, you actually get to decide where you want to go to next. Okay, now this is a particular type of freedom and power that you might not be used to, but you've always had it. And if you are watching this, then you need to know that you are never stuck, you are never limited, you are never at the end of the rope when it comes to anything. I know that money is kind of the, if you're not necessarily where you want to be, and it's not because you can't be, but it's because of how you want it to be, you're never at the end of your rope, okay? You always have, a way to, make it happen, but that happens with kind of not bailing out when things get quiet, but really kind of getting excited because of your understanding that no, this isn't the end. This is the swell before the big tide comes in, before the tsunami comes. So much to be revealed here with the Moon card energy here. This is something being illuminated. A light being casted upon the Empress, as always, in the reverse, giving birth here to some big stuff. She represents, like I said, Venus energy. Venus moving direct on the 29th. Unfinished business, incompletion of cycles and lessons and stages and phases that are to be rounded out. Obviously, continue to get back to your meditation if you haven't done so already. I want to say a lot of crossroads decision here. It could be about travel. Okay, it could be about freeing yourself from something that has kind of run its course. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else, Spirit? Yes, I do see a new offer coming in here with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so as to be able to come out of conflict on the home front if you're working from home, receiving your proper due. Okay, I do see this kind of double victory action here, again, leading to the Ten of Pentacles. So it's coming, it's coming. It might, take an exorbitant amount of time. An exorbitant. Look up that word, exorbitant. 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 Exorbitant amount of time in regards to the kind of no communication or feeling instances of instability here. But again, with this Nine of Wands in the reverse action, you're not begrudging lack of income or lack of communication, because you will be victorious in the bigger picture, doubly with the Chariot. And when this Chariot does come rushing in, symbolic of a victory or something incoming fast, it's going to be fast. So jump on or get out the way here. Ten of Pentacles, like I said, we started off looking at that energy. Great things come from small day-to-day acts. So I feel as though, because you're kind of right at the spear tip, chomping at the bit each day, you're really not seeing all those little intangible, in the weeds, in the garden, all those little kind of problems or things that you've been tying up left and right that are a part of the greater picture of your whole life up until this point. And you really have to understand that that's how long this story has been. That's how big this lifetime is. And, maybe unbeknownst to you, you've been chipping away and adding continuously. So don't be so hard on yourself, and be prepared to receive, and be prepared to jump on that next great big opportunity that I do see here coming for you with that Chariot card, leading to that Ten of Pentacles, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's a matter of time. Okay? So that's what I see, and that's what I have for you in the immediacy. As always, feel free to like, share, follow, reach out, share with friends, family, people that you think might enjoy this for entertainment value or insight. And like I said, this is just a general reading. More of the magic tends to occur with the one-on-one. So, love you guys. Holla at your boy.